Hello again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday. I hope you enjoyed chapter 69 and 70 of the book that I wrote, Legends Orbs of the Elements. If you have not checked that book out, please do. Those are some really exciting chapters, but you guys are not here for that. Today, I am going, since it is January, almost the end of January, can you believe it? Anywho, I am going to, again, do a monthly, hopefully a monthly series, sorry, brain fart, showing off some of the things that I collect that I may not always display or have in my background even when I change it up. And I would just really like to share that with you. So I am glad you decided to join me. Today, if you could not tell by the title, is going to be the WWE collection that myself and my husband have together. A little background about it. WWE is, I was not a WWE wrestling fan at all in the slightest. But one day my husband said, "Oh, let's watch wrestling. I haven't watched wrestling in forever." So, okay. And I used to make fun of it so much for the over dramatization, the just everything. I made fun of it. Not in a mean, hurtful way at all. I just poked fun of it, okay? And something happened where the more we started watching it and the more my husband sort of explained who the wrestlers were, what their sort of persona was, what he liked about them, didn't like, all that stuff, I began to develop feelings and the love of not only my husband telling me and sharing stories of these wrestlers and whatnot, and his love for it when he used to watch it when he was younger, but I was actually enjoying the actual wrestling matches, and I slowly started to cheer for some of the wrestlers, and I got really into it. And now my husband and I have a ritual of watching wrestling when it's on Mondays, which I'll get into a little bit. And it's so fun. We usually try to have pizza and beer or something easy that we can eat in front of the TV. It's just a great time. You cheer for the wrestlers you like, and you jeer for those wrestlers that you don't like. And it's so interesting to see how such a change that I made from when I used to mock not people that watch wrestling, but just how I just thought it was over the top and cheesy and kind of corny, to now a full fan of WWE wrestling. So that's just a little background into it. It is a fun thing. I know that a lot of it is quote unquote staged and whatnot, but it is still fun to go into it, and it's just a good time, and it's something that my husband got me into. I got my husband into a lot of like reading and other activities that I like, and it's so awesome that wrestling is something that he really loves to watch and to talk about and all whatnot, and he got me into that, and I love that. That is so fun. So without further ado, let me just pick something and I'll tell you a little bit about it. So the first thing is, I'll start with these little figures. These two little stuffies, my husband received for Christmas or birthday. I want to say his birthday a couple of years ago from a family member. And the first one I'll start is Macho Man Randy Savage. He is an old, I want to say 80s plus, 90s plus wrestler. This is what he looks like. He has big flashy tassels on his arms, and he wears big flamboyant colorful hats. He's really a cool guy to watch, and he has a cool voice that's I'm the cream of the crop. Yeah, brother. That's probably a bad voice, but that's kind of how he sounds like. I've watched a couple old clips and YouTube stuff of him. He's a pretty cool wrestler, but this is Macho Man Randy Savage. The other stuffy that my husband got is a very famous wrestler. Or if you don't know wrestling a lot and may not know who Randy Savage was, or Macho Man Randy Savage, you should know who this guy is, and that is Hulk from Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan. And this is him, and my husband dressed up for him last year for Halloween, and here he is. He's got his famous sunglasses and his dude rag, and he is ready to go wrestling. He's a very fun size. Again, I've watched some matches and whatnot of Hulk Hogan. He's a very fun wrestler to watch as well. I want to say again, he's 80s, late 90s sort of a wrestler. Again, I could be wrong, so like don't quote me on this if you guys are into wrestling as well and be like, oh no, don't come at me at the comments, I'm trying. But he is really cute. We really love him in our collection. The next thing I would like to show you is, what do I want to show you? Is my husband and I went to a wrestling event put on by the WWE. Now, it wasn't a match that you see on TV or anything like that. It's a special event. They put on a show for the people, and it's just a fun time. We absolutely loved it, and there was one coming up, I think, not this year, I think, but last year, but it got canceled because unfortunately, not enough tickets were sold. So, and we were so looking forward to that. But sometimes life happens. So, we hope if it ever comes back that it does well, because we would absolutely love to go see that again. But anyway, we bought some merchandise, a book that I would like to show you, and that with some pictures, because I'm going to lead into my next thing that I collect. And this is the book that we got. This is Roman Reigns, who's one of my favorite wrestlers. He's very handsome, to say the least, in my opinion. He's a very, very cool wrestler. This is another wrestler right here that I am pointing to, Miss Becky Lynch. I absolutely love Becky Lynch. I think she's an awesome wrestler. She's so cool. So here is, I marked some pages of the wrestlers. And the first one I will show you is Roman Reigns. So this is Roman Reigns. Again, he's very, very handsome. Is that one of the reasons why I like to watch him? Yes, it is. He also has a lot of his family members as well in the wrestling world. There he is, right there. But Roman Reigns is one of my favorite wrestlers, because not only is he extremely, extremely handsome, he is just a fun wrestler to watch. And with that, I will show you the Funko Pop. Let's see, where is he? So this is Roman Reigns in Funko Pop form. We love him so much. Both Lan and my husband and myself really like him, so we just had to have the Funko Pop of him. Let me see. The next wrestlers that I would like to show you are Roman Reigns. I want to say his, oh gosh, what are they? His cousins? I could be wrong. Don't quote me. I should know this by now, but I'm not really super knowledgeable. This is Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. They are twins. They are, I want to say, cousins of Roman Reigns. And their Funko Pop, this is them in Funko Pop. There's Jey and Jimmy Uso. So cool. I absolutely love them. They are so a great tag team to watch. If you guys do not know what a tag team is, that is where they're on basically a team of two, and one wrestler is in the ring at a time and the other one is on the outside, and you have to hit the hand of the person to tag in, and then you switch out. So the person that was in the ring that tagged your partner goes in and you go out. But it is professional wrestling, so sometimes they try to cheat and do other things, but so that is what tag teams are. Oh, and this is also their cousin or their brother as well. This is Solo Sikoa, and I have this blonde guy right here. Ooh, I just hit that. Right here is Solo Sikoa, and I don't know why, but they do not have a Funko Pop of him, and that makes me sad. Okay, so the next Funko Pop that I would like to share with you is a woman wrestler, and she is so awesome, and she's also very beautiful. And that is Bianca Belair. Just look at her. Oh, she's got gorgeous hair also. Check out her hair. Holy moly, she's beautiful. But this gal has super incredible strength. Oh my gosh, she picks up other female wrestlers and it's like, holy cow, it's so cool. Anyway, this is the Funko Pop of her. She has very long hair and sometimes it is an aid to her and sometimes it is at a disadvantage because some of the other wrestlers sometimes pull her hair, and yeah, it adds to the drama. Let me see. Okay, so the next wrestler that I would like to talk to you about is a wrestler known as Becky Lynch. She's another one of my favorites. Here she is right here. I just love her fighter spirit and attitude. This is her Funko Pop. Here's the side view. Becky Lynch. Here we go. There we go. She is just I love her spirit of she will fight anybody and everybody. She doesn't care how big a size difference they have, how much the odds are stacked against her. She is just so amazing to watch. And she also wrote a book, and this is her autobiography. It is amazing. It's called Becky Lynch, The Man, Not Your Average Girl by Rebecca Quinn. Rebecca Quinn is her real name, but Becky Lynch is her ring name, and she goes by The Man. And this is such an insight, fun, exciting book. If you are interested in reading it, I would highly suggest it, even if you're not a wrestling fan. It is just a good book into the insight of a wrestler. just so exciting. It's one of my favorite autobiographies ever. Not that I read a ton, but this book is a must read. Let me see. Okay, the next wrestler I would like to talk to you about is Bray Wyatt. Now, I did not like his character persona at first. It just wasn't my taste. Nothing against the wrestler or anything. It just wasn't sort of my cup of tea. But here he is. He was also known as The Fiend. And this is his Funko Pop. Bray Wyatt as The Fiend. And unfortunately, he had a very, he lost his life in real life. He took a nap, and I believe due to heart complications, passed away at an early age. And there's an awesome documentary on it if you guys are interested in learning more about it. But after he passed away, I reflected on it, and I was like, oh man, I didn't appreciate him until, unfortunately, after he passed away, to appreciate his wrestling style and his personas that he took on. But he is very cool. Okay, so this next wrestler, she was part of the Bray Wyatt group, and her name was Alexa Bliss. She kind of reminded me of a hardcore hang on, I'm trying to think. Thank you, Avril Lavigne wrestler with her. She wasn't Avril Lavigne or trying to be Avril Lavigne in any way, but that's what she reminded me of. She has blonde hair and dyed the ends of her hair pink. And she used to wrestle alongside in the group that Bray Wyatt had. And this is a picture of her. There she is. And like I showed you, that is her Funko Pop. She used to kind of cause havoc and trouble for the other wrestlers that Bray Wyatt was fighting. And it made things very, very interesting and fun. The next Funko Pop that I would like to, or wrestler that I would like to talk to you about is, where is she? Okay, sorry. The next awesome wrestler that I would like to talk to you about is another female wrestler, and that is Asuka. Now, we unfortunately do not have a Funko Pop of Asuka. We just never got around to getting her. But this is Asuka, and she is an absolute hoot to watch. She is so cool. She comes out in a traditional, I want to say, Japanese mask and theater mask. Again, don't quote me on the style of mask, but I believe it's a Japanese theater mask, but I could be wrong. And she has her face painted all crazy, and one of her signature things that she does, not only has amazing skills in the ring, but she usually has spits a colored dye in people's eyes when she fights or surprises them. So she'll be wrestling and then all of a sudden she'll just be and she'll say, oh, it's so cool. It's colored dye. Oh, it is so cool how she uses it. She hasn't been on the wrestling circuit. I'm sorry, my cat Pete is all wanting to go outside right now. She hasn't been on the circuit for a while. But I absolutely love watching Asuka fight. She is just a unique flavor to the wrestling, and it's so fun to watch her. I get such a joy, and it's just like, yeah, because you never know if she's going to use the spit dye it to her advantage or to whom. So it's always like, it's a bit of a drama, and I eat it up. The next wrestler that I would like to talk to you about is another very talented man, and that is Shinsuke Nakamura. This is him. And my husband got me his Funko Pop for Christmas last year, and I was so happy to get him. It just, this is his Funko Pop. He is a very, very, again, unique wrestler because he has his own sort of style to wrestling that varies from the other wrestlers. Not that everybody has their own specific style of fighting, but he is just in a league of his own, I'll say. And he is super talented, and I feel he doesn't get enough love and credit for stuff. I absolutely get such a thrill for watching him because unlike the other wrestlers that kind of what they're going to come out and do, their fighting style, wrestling style, is Shinsuke Nakamura is different in the fact that he's more of a trickster, I always like to call him, and conniving, cunning, so you don't quite know what to expect from him. And again, it is just like Asuka, it is just a joy to watch because you just never know with him. And I think, let me see. Okay, another wrestler that isn't necessarily one of my favorites. She's okay, but I don't get excited to see her as much as my husband does. And that wrestler is Shotzi, which she's right here. She has a very unique style of coming out to the ring. She comes out in a tank, which is very cool, but I just don't like her wrestling style, and I don't know, she just doesn't excite me as much as the other wrestlers excite me and like to cheer on. For me, she's just average, but my husband really likes her, and so we got her Funko Pop, and that is Shotzi. The last things that I would like to show you that we have is some clothing, apparel, merchandise. As I said before, the Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso are on the bloodline, and they call it that because they have a very strong relationship and family ties to Samoa and whatnot. And again, this is just like the nutshell version, so bear with me. So they have a bloodline. They have their father and their father before them also were wrestlers, and so their bloodline is strong. So that was what they called themselves. And again, I really, really like the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso. And so my husband bought me a bloodline hat. I absolutely love wearing this. It's one of my favorite snapbacks. So I have a hat, and then I also have a T-shirt from and it says Solo for Solo Sikoa. Solo is Jimmy and Jay's brother, also, and he isn't part necessarily of the tag team, but he usually comes out with them. Now, storylines have changed, so that's not what's going on in the wrestling world now, but this is his shirt. He has the traditional sort of design in the S of the Samoan tattoo style, and on the back it has his thumb taped up because he uses a move where he throws the opponent down and he uses his thumb and slams it by his throat collarbone area, and that is called the Samoan spike. I really like Solo Sikoa. I think he's very, very, again, attractive, but I also love his fighting style. And again, it's such a joy watching him. I get, girly feels for when, all that good stuff. So the last thing I would like to show you is another shirt. Is called the We the Ones. They say that we the ones because like you the twos, like we're the greatest. That what it implies. And again, this is an awesome shirt that I got, and it has the Samoan traditional tattoo design in the words. It is such a fun shirt to wear. I love wearing it. And I'm so grateful to have that. So that is all my wrestling collection. I know this video was longer than usual, but I wanted to make sure I showed pictures of the actual people, wrestlers, before I showed you the Funko Pop, so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like and whatnot. So as I said earlier, there are kind of two different, if you will, branches of WWE. One is called WWE Raw, which is on Monday nights, and WWE SmackDown. But basically, people in the wrestling world just call them SmackDown and Raw. But they're the same company and whatever. We used to watch Raw and SmackDown, but since Raw changed networks and whatnot, and we don't get cable, so we don't get to watch SmackDown anymore, but we get Netflix so we can watch Raw. So we watch Monday Night Raw. It is, again, it's just a wonderful bonding time, and we love cheering and jeering for the things, and it's just a wonderful experience. So if you are looking for something new to try or getting into it, I would give it a try. And I never thought I would be a wrestling fan at all. Like, really, I just didn't think I'd be into it. And now look at me, I'm a wrestling fan. So give it a try. It's okay to make fun of it at first, but like I said, I used to, and now I love it. So I would say give it a good try. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's wrestling entertainment. yeah, so that's all the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big like. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Share with friends and family. As of today, I currently have 179 subscribers. So welcome, new subscribers. I'm so glad you are here. Down in the comments down below, let me know what your favorite WWE wrestler is, if you have one, or if you have seen WWE wrestling. I'd really love to know. And I will see you guys next month for another collection. Bye-bye for now, everyone.